Hey, good morning to everybody. Hope everyone is doing well. Merry Christmas. We're getting close here. Wanted to speak to you for a minute regarding the F word. Not that F word, the other F word, fat. Yeah, not a very popular topic, but this is something very important that you should definitely know about. Um, and we actually have, I want to speak to you about two different types of fat. Now, I'm sure the first fat where many of us are all too familiar with, it's called subcutaneous fat. Subcutaneous fat is the fat underneath our skin, and a lot of people get it under their arms, that jiggly wiggly fat, or around the belly area, or the hips, or around your derriere. That's the jiggly wiggly mushy type of fat. And unfortunately, part of being a human is that we do have some subcutaneous fat. It does serve a purpose to us. Not in excessive amounts, but at a baseline, subcutaneous fat is actually good for us. We need that to survive. So that's subcutaneous fat. There's another fat though, and this is the bad fat. We do not want this. It does not serve a viable purpose to us. We do not need this fat. And it is called visceral fat. And visceral fat is inner fat. It actually grows, it expands, it accumulates around our organs. And I guess, you can see how this would be bad if we have fat growing around our organs, most notably our kidneys, our liver, gets into the heart even. So you can see how this would be it's not going to be a good outcome if we're having visceral fat. I'm getting dive bombed here by some mosquitoes or something. But back to visceral fat. Yes, we do not want this fat. How does this happen? From poor eating habits, high sugary products if we're consuming consistently, high carbohydrate products if we're consuming consistently, we are going to start to produce this visceral fat around our vital organs. Now, a little test you can do, now that I'm sure I have your attention, a little test you can do is if you take look at this, I just happen to have this on me. If you happen to have a tape measure, you can get a tape measure, and what you want to do, and this is just a little test that will give you some very good feedback though. If you take your tape measure and you first measure your hips, or I'm sorry, you first measure your waist. So you go around your waist, you get a measurement with your tape measure, and at your waist you want your narrowest of points. So maybe just around the belly button area, above your hips, your iliac crest, in that narrow part of your hips. I hope it's narrow. And and then your next measurement, so you have your waist measurement, is your hips. And the hips, we want to go around our rear end, all the way around. The widest part is considered the hip. So the part with the most girth, I guess you could say. Boy, I would be slapped for saying that. But so we're going narrowest for waist and widest for hips. And now once you have those two measurements, you're going to divide the waist by the hips. So you take your measurement for the waist and you divide that by the measurement for the hips. It will give you a number. Now the numbers we want to be we want to really pay attention to. For women, it is 0.85, and for men, it is 0.9. So if you're a woman and your measurement, your waist to hip ratio is greater than 0.85, and if you're a man and it's greater than 0.9, then we have some trouble. That could be a strong indication that you are indeed accumulating visceral fat. Now, it's not a perfect test, but again, it's a generalized test, but it can give you some very good feedback on what's going on internally, if that visceral fat is in fact accumulating. So please try it. It's a simple little test. Take you a minute and see what you get. If you do find that your ratio is greater than those numbers I previously discussed, then please take that as a sign that you have to change what you're eating. Again, it doesn't have to be complex. No canned or boxed foods. Stay away from the sugary products, the high carbohydrate products. Eat clean, single ingredient foods. Really pay attention. It can make such a difference. And again, if we're talking about fat that's growing around our vital organs, we definitely need to be very cognizant of what we're putting in our system. All right. Hope I didn't ruin your holidays with that take. But again, I just think it's so important. The numbers, the statistics now are incredible. I read that more people in our country are obese than fat now. We have more people obese than fat, than overweight now. So we got to do something here. And this is a way you can really see what's going on personally. If you just take your tape measure, try that simple test. All right, I'm signing off. Thanks for watching. I will talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.